Hello, Raider Nation. Death Pile Picker back once again. It's been 7 days. I'm sure nobody missed me. Uh, Drinking game is drink when I say because I say it a lot. It's a habit. Don't like it, been trying to kick it. But anyway, I had 5 people watch my first video. It was a roaring success. I got 5 more watching it than I initially thought. So that's a good thing. And like I said, I'm on a beans and hot dog budget. Not sure if I'm going to do this continually. I'd say maybe once a week I'll do it, or maybe I'll find something to say. But just the chat is too small. You only put so many words in there, and so I figure I'll just make a video and say what I got to say. There it goes again. But yeah, the mainstream media. It's kind of funny. The 2 things that I follow are sports and politics. So when the mainstream media was going after Donald Trump, there was something called TDS, which is Trump Derangement Syndrome. And now that they're kind of going after Brady and the Raiders, I'm calling it BDS, Brady Derangement Syndrome. Everybody's up in arms, everybody being, all the sports writers and sports radio talking heads. Haven't heard too much feedback from any official, like NFL teams. Heard a lot of podcast people that are against Brady being able to talk to Ben Johnson at the game and calling the game this Saturday. But he can't go into the locker room and talk to them or go into the production meetings and talk and listen and ask questions. But he can't go on the field. And so your time there is going to be limited in what he can say and whatever, if anything is said at all, or if he even goes down. There's people like Adam Scheffler, who normally just talks facts, and he reports on facts, which makes him a reporter. Okay? He goes on, I'm drawing a blank now. he goes on a show. He was a punter. I can't believe it. McCaffrey. I'm sure that's not McCaffrey. McAfee. There we go. He goes on McAfee's show, and he starts throwing opinions around, which is odd because he doesn't do that. He just pretty much reports the facts, and he put his opinion out there and how he feels on the Raiders, which is very similar to a huge Raider hater, Florio. He too was complaining about Brady being able to go down there and how there's no way that Ben Johnson would take an interview with the Raiders if it wasn't for Tom Brady. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We don't have a good track record with bringing in front office people. I think with Tom Brady stepping in and doing what he's doing here real quick, just setting the tone, and it's a clean slate, and he's taken over the kind of the front office placement, in my opinion, and getting the right people in place, both the head coach and the GM, who I do think is going to be Ben Johnson for head coach, obviously, who I think will pull some people over from Detroit with him. My guess is probably the quarterback's coach, because he'll know the system that he wants to run, and maybe offensive line coach, hopefully. Whether any defensive help will come over, I have no idea. But I think our DC is probably going to be Salah. That's just by looking at the tea leaves, I'm guessing. You listen to all the podcasts and all the mainstream talking heads, and I just feel that it's going to be Salah coming over, which I think would be good. Also, there was talk with our defensive line coach being elevated, which I would be all for. That would be awesome if we did that and promoted him from within. But I'm sure that's something that's going to be talked about once Ben Johnson puts ink to paper. And so, yeah. Speaking of putting ink to paper, Belichick didn't sign his contract with UNC, which might leave him open to go to Dallas. that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting one to watch happen. Um, but yeah, I think what we should do as Raider fans is just sit back, make some popcorn, enjoy these games that are coming up, and enjoy the show. That's the Brady Show, the Tom Brady Show, with the Raiders, because I think we have a lot of good stuff coming. And the draft, yeah, we're at 6. I've seen some mocks where Sanders actually falls down to 6, and he falls down to 6. We pick him up. That's the wife calling. She's probably gonna be pissed that I blocked her call. But yeah, I think we could probably get Sanders if he falls. If he's there, I'd take him. But who I really want is Abdul Carter. Would love to have that guy, but obviously we need a quarterback. But I don't want to trade up. I have no interest in trading up. We have 27 free agents that we got to worry about. I would rather trade down and get more picks, because every pick is a lottery ticket. You never know what you're gonna get. So some of these guys are gonna pan out, and some aren't. But Abdul Carter on the other side of Crosby, that should be scary. That should be scary as hell. And if we were able to pull him in here, I would let Kuntz walk. I would give that bag to somebody else, maybe sign a number 1 corner from out on the street in free agency. But we have a lot of stuff to pay attention to, a lot of stuff to watch. Playoffs, I'm going to draw a blank on the playoffs. Someone just asked me 2 minutes ago. I rattled it off with no problem. And, you get in front of a camera to try to talk. It's not easy. To think off the cuff like I am. I don't have anything scripted. I got nothing in front of me except this wall. That's what's in front of me. And so, yeah. But I think the Lions. I think the Lions are going to win. You got the Rams going out to Philly, and I actually think that I actually like the Rams to win in that, even though it's going to be cold and windy and possibly even snowy out in Philadelphia. But I like the Rams to win. I'm going to go with Buffalo and Baltimore. I mean, that's a tough one. Let me jump over to Kansas City and the Texans. I think the Texans are done. Kansas City will find a way to win that, like they have, and they've done it all year. They've been winning ugly. I don't know. I can't explain it how they win their games. I think they get help from the refs. Let's call it what it is. But whatever. Still got to play the game. But yeah. So we got Kansas City going in, and back to the Ravens and Buffalo. That's just going to be 2 heavyweights going at each other. And because he hasn't done it, I'm going to put my money on Josh Allen. And when I say because he hasn't done it, I'm talking about the Ravens quarterback. He doesn't win the big games. He doesn't show up. So I just think it's going to be Buffalo in there. I would like to see Baltimore do it, because I think they have the best chance to beat Kansas City. But regardless, whoever comes out of there, Buffalo or Baltimore, I'm going to go with Buffalo. And I'm going to go with them over the Kansas City Chiefs as well. And I'm going to go with the Lions over the Rams. That's who I think is going to go. And I'm going to go to the Lions as winning the Super Bowl because, their fans deserve it, to be honest. They've been in the dump so long. They deserve that win for the Super Bowl. I can't think of anything else I have. Oh, yeah. One thing, my hat. We're in the Irish for my buddy Willie. He's no longer with us. I've been supporting the Irish, I guess since he passed away, I have, but I haven't really worn the hat as I have since the playoffs started. So go Irish. I'm not a Buckeyes fan. They have a hell of a team. It's pretty much a David and Goliath matchup, I believe, because that's just a deep roster, and the running backs them running backs are beastly. So that's all I got. Yeah, be safe out there. Enjoy this show. Make plenty of popcorn because we're going to be needing it by the end of the month. So you're going to need a month's supply there, or a 2-week supply. We're already halfway through this month already. So yeah, peace out.